Wait, you mean you eat rice with two sticks? That was the wide-eyed reaction of my American roommate when he saw me gracefully picking up a single peanut with chopsticks. To him, it looked like magic. To me, it was Tuesday. But the real twist? The very next day, I watched him struggle to eat slippery spaghetti with a fork, twirling it like he was performing surgery. And that's when it hit me. This isn't just about utensils. This is a cultural plot twist served at every meal. So today, let's dive into the surprisingly dramatic, occasionally ridiculous, and totally fascinating culinary culture war we never talk about: chopsticks versus forks. Let's start from the beginning. Long ago in ancient China, people discovered something amazing: if you cut food into small pieces before cooking, it cooks faster, evenly, and you don't need knives at the table. And thus, chopsticks were born, the elegant tool of the minimalist. Meanwhile, in Europe, people had a different vibe. Their idea of a good time? Roast an entire animal, slap it on a table, then hack away like you're fighting a dragon. Forks emerged much later and were originally considered suspicious. Some Europeans thought they were unholy, no joke, and stuck with their fingers and knives for centuries. So while Asia was delicately picking up food with chopsticks, Europe was full-on jousting with their dinner. Fast forward a few centuries, and both tools survived, but took completely different routes. Let's be honest, chopsticks look deceptively simple. Two wooden sticks. No hinges. No springs. No instructions. Yet somehow, with the right finesse, they can pick up tofu, noodles, peanuts, and even a single grain of rice if you're showing off. But hand someone unfamiliar a pair of chopsticks, and they hold it like they're trying to defuse a bomb. You'll see the chopstick death grip, the chopstick crisscross, or the dreaded one stick in each hand method, pure chaos. Forks, on the other hand, are the Swiss Army knives of the West. You can stab, scoop, twirl, cut soft things, and even play drums on the table when you're bored. They require almost no training. Babies can use them. Forks are democratic. But try using a fork to eat slippery dumplings or a bowl of udon noodles, and suddenly it's like trying to eat jelly with a rake. Each tool shines in its own environment. Chopsticks are perfect for bite-sized meats and veggies. Rice, yes, even rice. Noodles. Sushi. Impressing your date with quiet dexterity. Forks dominate when it comes to steak, try cutting that with bamboo. Pasta. Mashed potatoes. Anything that oozes, drips, or jiggles. Here's the part most people miss: chopsticks and forks reflect not just eating styles, but worldviews. In many East Asian cultures, food is shared. A variety of dishes placed in the center, and everyone dips in gracefully, communally, with chopsticks. It's about harmony, balance, no big aggressive motions. In the West, meals are individual. You get your plate, your steak, your potatoes. No sharing unless someone awkwardly says, "Want a bite?" and you do the polite fork hover move. Chopsticks promote patience. You eat slower. You pause. You savor. Forks are about efficiency. Stab, scoop, chew, repeat. It's like a mini fork-powered assembly line. Don't be fooled. Both utensils come with rules, and breaking them can lead to awkward silences or worse, grandma's death stare. With chopsticks, never stick them upright in a bowl of rice that resembles incense at a funeral. Don't point them at people unless you want a lecture. Don't stab your food like it owes you money. Sharing? Flip the chopsticks and use the clean ends unless you're super close. With forks, don't lick them like a popsicle. Don't use your fork to shovel food like a snowplow. In some places, switching the fork to your dominant hand after cutting is normal, America. In others, it's considered bad form, Europe. Using a fork and knife together? Now you're playing utensil chess at posture, hand placement, angle, all matter. There's no escaping it. Even something as innocent as cutlery is loaded with cultural expectations. What happens when East meets West? You get the modern restaurant battlefield, fusion cuisine. Suddenly you're at a sushi burrito joint, being offered chopsticks to eat a flour tortilla wrap. Or a Chinese diner where you're given a fork to eat slippery noodles, and halfway through, you beg for chopsticks because the fork is useless and your dignity is slipping faster than the sauce. There's also the hybrid chaos. Chopsticks made of plastic that slide worse than a banana peel. Forks shaped like chopsticks, why, though? And the ever-divisive chork, a chopstick fork mutant born to confuse everyone. It's beautiful. It's chaotic. It's globalization, one bite at a time. Let's not underestimate these tools. Chopsticks can pick up a peanut, tear off meat from bones without a knife, separate noodles with a flick, even be used to beat eggs, stir tea, or act as hairpins, ask any auntie. Forks can cut soft food, twirl noodles into Instagram-worthy spirals, scoop up sauce without effort, double as a conversation pointer in dramatic dinner debates. Bonus, drop a fork? You'll hear it. Drop chopsticks? They bounce. Sneaky. Alright, let's get philosophical. If you're a chopstick user, you probably value precision, grace, tradition, quiet confidence. You believe in the power of the pause. You're fine with a bit of struggle for elegance. If you're a fork fan, you probably value efficiency, functionality, getting the job done, stabbing things when necessary. You're decisive, direct. You see food as fuel, but classy fuel. And if you switch between them depending on the meal? Congratulations, you're a citizen of the modern world. So, who wins? Here's the twist. No one. And everyone. The fork didn't beat chopsticks. Chopsticks didn't replace the fork. They coexist. Because like most things in life, the answer isn't about superiority, it's about fit. Spaghetti demands forks. Dim sum begs for chopsticks. But both are tools shaped by culture, climate, and centuries of food evolution. The real winner? Anyone who gets to eat with either and understand why. So the next time you're offered chopsticks and panic, or you see someone eating salad with chopsticks and raise an eyebrow, take a breath. Remember, you're not just holding a piece of wood or metal. You're holding a legacy. A symbol of how your ancestors decided to interact with food. And maybe even a tiny mirror of how they saw the world, through grace, through power, through patience, through practicality. And if all else fails? Use your hands. That's how it all started anyway. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the delicious drama of dining tools, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because here at the Culture Clash Cafe, we believe food is more than flavor, it's philosophy you can chew on.